Hey,
Hey, hey,
Jesus is king, guy.
what's that?
Jesus is king.
Is that a new Marvel character?
Be respectful.
No, I am. I'm who is that? Is that a new Avenger? Are you
You
are you
don't
over eight?
have
Are
to
you
be
over
edgy,
18?
my friend. You don't have to insult, my friend.
Are you over 18, my man?
Am I what?
I said, are you over 18?
Yes, yes, I'm 35.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, what do you want to talk about, my man? You said I was insulting you. How was I insulting you?
Yeah, you know who Jesus is. Why you calling him an Marvel character?
Okay, so you see on my screen where it says "proud atheist" here. Do you know what an atheist is?
Yeah, he doesn't believe in God. He's not mocking him.
Right, so I can't mock it if I don't believe in it. So I'm not insulting you because I don't believe in gods.
Yeah, okay, you're right, but you don't have to mock Jesus.
Can I ask you an honest question? What can I call you, Eliza?
Yes, whatever, call me.
I'll
Like,
call you E if that's okay, E. I'm assuming you don't believe in Santa Claus, right?
I believe in Santa Claus. I mean it for real. He was a real person, Santa Claus.
No, no, no. I mean like the idea of today, like where he's flying around dropping off presents to 8 billion people in one night.
No, that's not real. Of course, that's
Okay,
not
so
real.
so if somebody brought that in conversation and was like, "Hey, I really believe in that," are you going to tell me you would have a straight face and respect them?
So you are comparing something that's unreal with something that's real, and I
No, no, no,
must
no, 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 no,
accept
no.
that.
That's what y'all always do wrong. You're just assuming that your God is real and you had evidence for it already. See, in my point of view, here's what I'm doing. I'm looking over here at the Santa Claus thing and I'm saying that sounds silly. There's no evidence for that. I don't believe in that. But I'm doing the same thing with the gods. I'm going, hey, that sounds silly to me. I don't see no evidence for it. I don't believe in that. That's just how I
God is
am.
not silly.
What's that? I'm sorry.
It's not silly. God is not silly. He exists.
My man, here's what you're doing wrong. You're saying he, and you're saying he did this and said this, but we got to go take a few steps back here and describe what this God is first. Once we do that, once I know what it looks like, if it has body parts, if it's a he or she, once we establish
Can
that,
I?
hold on real quick. Once we establish that, if and when we do establish that, I'm on board to talk about what he said and what he did and what he created. But
My friend,
it's a hold on. It's a horrible, embarrassing argument to say, "Hey, he did this and said this" when you never even proved he was real in the first place.
my friend, it's very difficult for us humans to explain what God is.
Right? Do you know why? And do you know why I think that is my personal opinion? Because if I don't believe there is no God at all, there's no evidence for it. But let's just say there was one, we're not going to be able to comprehend what it is, man. And you might take that as
Correct.
and I'm not saying that to be disrespectful, E. I'm just being straight honest. I don't think like whatever it is, like say it came out from the clouds and looked at us, we ain't going to know what it is. Like our jaws are going to hit the floor. We're not going to be able to comprehend what this thing is. If it starts to talk, we're not going to be able to comprehend what it's saying. Like, is that making any sense to you? Like, we're not going to be able to comprehend
Can,
what it is.
can I ask you something?
Yes, sir.
May I ask you? Did you read the Bible?
I've read a little bit of the Bible. I've mostly studied it. I've studied a lot of the verses, but I've read a little bit of it. Have I read the whole Bible? No, absolutely no, sir.
I suggest you try that.
No, no, absolutely not, sir. That the parts that I've read have given me nightmares, and I know that doesn't bother anybody. That's probably a joke to you
Which
all.
one? Which one? Tell me one.
Uh, can I ask nicely not to set a trap on me, though, E?
I'm not. I'm asking to tell
No,
you
I
to
know, but
choose
this
one.
happens a lot. They say, "What parts are you talking about, John?" And when I point it out, they say that I'm taking it out of context. So
No, 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 sir. Just do what you want. I will. I want to hear what made you against God. I want
okay.
to hear
How
that.
about this? I'll make a deal with you. I'll answer that if you answer me this. And I'm assuming you've read the Bible front to back.
Yes.
Okay. Do you personally, E, when you look at that Bible and you read the whole thing and you got done, is there anything evil in that Bible? You're like, did you read something and go, man, whoa, that's too much. Like that shouldn't even be mentioned. Like nobody needs to know that. We don't need to learn that. That's bad. That's evil. That's hateful. Was there anything in the Bible?
It was many years ago, but I don't remember feeling like that.
Wow. Wow. Well,
Can you answer me now?
no, but that's what I'm
I
saying.
answered your
But
question.
no. That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
answered.
That's what I'm saying, E. So now that I know that, it's pointless for me to answer your question because when I say, hey, this part, you're going to say either, John, you're taking it out of context, or John, it doesn't mean that.
No,
You're not
my
gonna
friend,
acknowledge it.
please tell me which part, and I
Okay.
may agree with you.
Melissa, I'm getting set up in a trap again, but I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna take a swing at it. So all right, off the top of my head, let's go to like Jeremiah chapter 19, verse 9. And he says, the Lord will cause them to eat the flesh of their sons and daughters. So when I read that, there's no justification on what comes before or after. Now, there are certain things you read in the Bible where I would agree. I would say, all right, hold on. I can't just take that verse for what it is. I got to read before and I got to read after. You know, maybe there's a good reason for that, why that happened. But when it comes to like babies being thrown in the river, or I'm going to make you eat the flesh of your sons and daughters, I don't care what comes before or after in the chapters. It's irrelevant because
May you give me
there's no justification for it, especially when it says
may you
I.
give me 1 minute, my friend. 1 minute to answer that.
All right,
Only 1 minute.
so this is what I predicted. I said I'm going to point out a verse, and you're going to kind of, but just let you know this is what I
I
predicted.
want to. I only want to tell you why it's in Bible. I think you need an explanation. I can help
No.
you.
You don't understand. When I read something like that, I don't. That's what I'm saying. I close it and I throw it away. People should not be reading that Bible
So
and saying that it's full of love and knowledge when it's saying
you
you're going to
already
have.
made your
It's when the
decision.
Lord, this all loving Lord that you was just preaching about, is having somebody eat the flesh of their sons and daughters. And now here's
But
exactly what you're
why?
going to. Hold on,
Why?
I'm going to let you speak. Here's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to do what every other believer does. You're going to try to justify it, and you're going to think that it doesn't matter. Whatever you say or do right now, it's not going to make me go, oh, okay, now I see why I was in there. I'm just letting you know that's not going to happen, but continue.
My friend, please let me 1 minute to tell you
Yes,
something,
sir.
and then you made your opinion, okay?
Go ahead.
Without interruption.
Oh,
Okay,
yes,
you're
sir.
saying that God killed babies or throw them in the river or something like that, yeah? And I'm asking you why he did that. Because, for example, let's say you have a son, and the son is mischievous, he doesn't obey to you, but you're giving him many, many chances, like one after the other. And someday you say, okay, that's enough, he is not listening to me, I have to do something to punish him like a good father. Maybe the punishment is extreme in your comprehension, but if you are thinking like God, it's not extreme. And then people like
Wow.
you today are
Wow.
saying are using this one like from the Old Testament. Everything is from the Old Testament before Jesus came,
So
and
it's not wrong in your eyes for
they
babies to be
are
thrown in the river?
atheists. It was justified.
Ouch. Wow.
Let me tell you why.
No, my man,
Because like the
you're
Amalekites,
still not getting it. This is what I'm not trying to cut you off, but you didn't listen to what I said a minute ago. I said I don't want to know. There's no reason for babies to be thrown in the river. You're telling me there is. I'm
yes,
telling
there
you,
is, my friend, there
my
is.
man, that's disturbing and disgusting. That's a
No, it's
disturbing
not at
belief for you to
all.
go justify.
You,
That's
you know what's
disturbing.
disturbing? It's
You're
disturbing is
justifying it.
what
That is a wait.
Amalekites
Will
did.
you at least admit?
It
Will you
was
at least
what
admit?
Amalekites did.
My man, E, will you at least be honest and say that you did do what I said you was going to do? You told me to point out a verse, and when I did, you said this is why. Will you at least be honest and say you did
Yeah,
that?
of course I will explain why.
No, but
Because there was a reason. He didn't do it without
my
a reason.
man, my man, I'm gonna say this one more time, and I won't say it again. There is absolutely no reason for a baby, an innocent baby who has did nothing wrong, to be harmed in any kind of way. So after me
God
saying that, there's no reason for you to
wanted
say, well, John, here's the reason why. That's what you don't get. It's not.
God wanted to eradicate his race. This race
My man,
must be
how old are you? My man,
eradicated.
how old are you? E, how old are you?
I told you 35.
You 35 or 55?
30, 30.
Okay, and you've been taught this by your parents growing up, correct?
What I was being told. No, I made my own decision.
Okay, but I'm trying to get you to realize what you're doing, man, because you're kind of in this case of denial. Your God is
No, let me explain.
hold
You
on,
don't,
hold on,
don't
hold
let me.
on, hold on.
Yeah,
Your
you see,
God is
again.
E.
You don't let me say
Because
what I
you
want to
keep trying to
say.
justify it. I'm trying to tell you, I don't care the reasons for babies being thrown. There is no reason.
My friend, Amalekites used to rape children in front of the parents, and God
I know, and you
eradicated
are
this
praising the
race.
God who ordered it. So I'm trying to get you to wake up,
Of
E.
course,
That's
he did
disturbing.
well. He did very well to eradicate this
Oh my
disturbing race.
God. E, is it okay if I post this conversation on YouTube for everybody to see?
Uh, what should I say about that? I don't know. Maybe
No,
not.
it helps atheists out. It helps people that when they watch you, they're going to watch you and hear you go, do you hear this guy? His God ordered babies be thrown in the river, and E is trying to justify it, and he's still following that God. People are going to realize how crazy
God
it
gave
sounds.
many chances. God gave many
So
chances to
can I post it on
Amalekites to
YouTube?
change
Can
their
I post it on
ways.
YouTube?
I'm not giving you permission.
E,
I don't want my voice to be in YouTube,
no, but
That's
think
the
about
only
it.
reason.
You're proud of this God, right? But when I want to post it for everybody to
Of
see and
course.
hear, you say no. Do you know why
Why
you're
a
saying
random guy
no?
should post my voice in YouTube?
No, E, you're saying no because you know it's embarrassing that you're trying to justify an
No, my
evil
friend, it
character.
doesn't matter what I
You're trying to
say.
justify an
It's
evil
that I
character
don't,
doing those evil deeds. That's just so disturbing. I feel so
dude.
sorry
I'm
for
not
you, brother.
afraid. God is merciful.
Okay, so again, I think there's something going on inside of you right now. 0.2 seconds ago, I said your God had babies thrown in a river. 0.2 seconds later, you justify and say, but he's merciful. You're trying your best to reach for this to make it make sense, and it sounds evil
It
and
makes sense.
disturbing. No, it doesn't. That Bible needs to have a rated R stamped on the front of it, E. And you know it does. If you said you read the Bible like
My
you should do.
friend, you know that everything that is in a Bible after Jesus came is what we have to follow. You know that, right?
My man, that's what you decide to follow. It has nothing to do with me and everybody else.
No, Jesus
Hold on.
came and changed
When
everything.
that fictional character in your little coloring book ate that apple, what 2,000 years ago, you're a grown adult and you know what I'm about to say is true. That has absolutely nothing to do with anybody else. So now you're going to try to justify it. You're going to try to reach and say, well, that's because of this. That's because of that. But you know damn well that innocent kids that haven't even been born yet, when they're born, they don't have nothing to do with that thing in your little coloring book. You know all this, man. This is what bothers me. Y'all guys know how crazy this sounds, and you're trying so hard to make it make sense. Why? With all due respect, E, just please tell me why you're reaching so hard.
My friend, in the Old Testament, God there are many races, like the Jews, the
E,
Israelites,
E, E, E.
the
A few minutes ago, I said we got to explain what this God is first. You skipped over that, and now you're saying God did this, God said that. Here. With all due respect, let's start over. E, how about that? Let's start over.
Okay,
So
yeah, let's start over.
you believe in Jesus? I'm assuming, correct?
Yes.
Okay. What I'm trying, and I'm not being disrespectful. E, I'm a curious person. I'm just asking questions. What does this being look like? Is it a he? Is it a she? Is it got hair? What color eyes? Like, I'm trying to figure out all this. Are you there, E? You muted yourself. And Wazowski, I'm sorry. I didn't
Sorry,
forget about you
I
earlier.
thought
I
I
do
was
believe in the Big
talking.
Bang, and I think it's cool that you do too, Wazowski. Sorry, E. Um,
Sorry,
no,
I'm here now. You know how Jesus looked like? There are pictures of him,
no, okay.
paintings.
Hey, little girl, quit. But E, try to have a fair conversation with me though. You can't just say, John, there's pictures of him, therefore it's true. Like, try to have a good level conversation, like a fair conversation. So the pictures have nothing to do with it. And not to mention, I think the first pictures of Jesus didn't come out till when? Do you even know this? The first images of Jesus?
No, I don't know.
I heard it was anywhere between like the 3rd and 5th century. That's really late.
Okay.
So why?
Yeah, because people didn't used to paint like before.
Now you're lying. Now you're lying, brother.
I don't know. I'm
There was no,
assuming. I
my
said.
man. Do you realize in France there's paintings on the wall from Homo sapiens that are like 70,000 years old?
Yeah, there
You
are
can't say
not
what you
paintings.
can't
There
say
are
we
like
wasn't painting back in the
scramblings.
year 300.
It was a scrambling, my friend.
It was what?
It was like scrambling. They used, I don't know, whatever
Ochre.
rocks
Yeah,
or
like
whatever.
red.
It's not
Yeah,
a
but it
painting.
was paintings. It was paintings. Like you can
But
see.
how can you make a face? How can you make a face like that with the stuff like that?
So you're saying no. Did you see the pictures I'm talking about? Like it was bulls and people.
No, no. Yeah, I know what
They're
you mean. I
really, no,
know.
that's what I'm saying, brother. They're actually very good pictures for being like 50 and 60,000 years old. So whoever that was a very good artist.
But you can't paint a face with the stuff.
You keep dancing around, brother. Please stop. The bulls that they drew were very good. And then they drew faces. They drew people. All of this was very good art. So if there was a Jesus, they would have drew a picture of it. So
My
what's more
friend,
likely? They didn't know
I
how to
was
draw a face?
like you.
What?
Do you know? I was like, it's funny to me. Like I was like you. You know.
Oh, you wanted to
That
seek
was
out the
exactly
truth?
like you.
Yeah, that's what I like to do. I like to seek out the truth. I don't like to lie to myself or to other
I
people.
was exactly like you. I was an atheist too.
You was a what?
I was also an atheist, but you know, sometime in your life, Jesus will come to you. I am sure.
So 3 times now I said, hey, brother, can we have a fair conversation? I keep saying, explain this God to me. You won't do it. And then a minute later you go, John, I'm telling you, God's real. Jesus loves you. This is a
Yeah,
very
it's the reality.
lopsided, it's a very lopsided, unfair, ridiculous argument. And you're a grown up, you would have to admit it is. As far as if you're trying to give me
My
proof,
friend,
this is ridiculous.
do you know where I'm from? Do you know where I'm from?
I do not.
I'm from Greece.
Okay, nice.
Have you heard about the holy mountain Athos?
I'm sorry, what?
Have you heard about the holy mountain Athos?
I don't know what that is, brother.
If you want, if you would like, Google that. It's a place in Greece. It's only monasteries. No women can go in there. It's full of saints. Jesus is walking over there.
Wait a minute.
Mother
Whoa.
Mary.
Why can't women go in there?
It's selected only for men
Right, and
because
where do you get those rules from? Please tell me. Be honest.
Mother of Jesus,
No, you
from
get those
Mother
from
of
that damn
Jesus.
Bible of yours, where it degrades women. Again, I'm gonna repeat myself. You're a grown adult. You know all this is wrong and hateful, and you're trying your best to make it make sense. You're just in denial, because all you keep doing is
My
going,
friend,
John, he's real.
I already
John, he's
told
real.
you. I
This is
told you
bad.
it's for the Mother of God. It's for Mary.
So,
It's her place.
would you be honest though, Would you be honest and say that whole crucifixion, the resurrection, the turning the water into wine, all of that? Would you be honest and say those stories were around long before your little Jesus character ever came around? Would you be honest about that?
I never had them before.
Oh my God! You know what, I'm being very respectful of you two, man. You're being bad, man. You're not being fair at all, brother. You haven't heard of no
Why
other
did you say
stories
that?
before. You haven't heard of no other gods.
Which story?
No,
Which story?
don't do that, man. I've been very respectful, and you're just you're picking at me now. You haven't heard of any other gods
Why?
turning water into wine.
Which God? I don't know,
And
sir.
yes or no?
No.
Yeah, you haven't heard of any other
Honest.
gods being crucified.
Honest to God, never.
Oh my God. So you're kind of proving my point, You're taking this Jesus thing, you're devoting your whole life to it, and you didn't even decide to go look into the other religions and the gods and the other beliefs. You didn't even see where this Jesus
Inform
thing,
me.
Hold on, You didn't even see where your Bible comes from. Your Bible comes from what? What is your Bible originally written in?
I don't know.
Are you serious right now? You don't know what your Bible was originally written in? I'm an atheist and I know this.
How? I don't know. Tell me.
Oh my Brother, I'm trying to be nice when I say this, man. You're embarrassing yourself.
Well, okay, if you believe so, but you
Well,
don't
no, I'm
help me
saying like
to
if you have
understand.
these strong beliefs, like you need to know about your Bible. You said you read the Bible back, but you don't even know what it was originally written in. Like every believer should know that.
What? Tell me.
I'm not telling you. You don't get off that easy.
Oh, my friend, you don't help me at all. You
You're the
try
believer.
to
Why
point
should an
something.
atheist help you out with your Bible? Do you see how that sounds?
You you are saying that was another God before Jesus that was
And you're lying
crucified.
to my
Which
face,
one?
telling me you haven't heard of any other gods before Jesus. You really saying
No,
that?
for real.
So Jesus is the only God you've ever heard of in your entire life.
That he was crucified, yes.
Okay, minus the crucifixion, you've never heard of another God in your entire life.
Never.
So now you're
How many
being
times I have to
now
tell
for
you,
some reason
sir?
you're being dishonest, man. So I'm gonna have to cut the conversation short, man. I've been
No,
very
sir,
cool and
I'm
respectful
honest.
with you, man, but it seems like you're just trying to push my buttons.
My friend, why you do that now?
I'm asking you, why are you doing that? Why are you lying to me, saying you've
I
never heard of?
was.
You never heard. There's
Uh,
been 3,000 gods in the past 2,000 years. You're saying you never heard of any of them besides Jesus. You're lying to me. And you're from
John,
Greece,
listen, I'm
guys.
telling you the
Guys,
truth.
do y'all know where he's
I'm telling
from?
you the truth.
Tell these people where you're from again.
I'm from Greece.
And you're telling people you've never heard of any other god besides Jesus. You never heard of any other Greek gods.
John, I heard of Greek gods, but you said crucified.
No, no, no,
Which
no.
one was
Don't you dare.
crucified?
Because two
No, you
seconds ago I
said.
said minus the crucifixion. Have you heard of any other gods? And you said no.
Of course, I heard of other gods. You said of crucifixion. I never
Oh,
had other
now you're
one to
just
be
playing with
crucified.
me. I can kind of, I just picked up on it. I was kind of
Oh,
slow, but
my
I just picked
friend.
up on it. You're trying to push my buttons. Hey, I was very cool and respectful with you, brother. So how about we just try it another time, okay?
My friend, whatever you want, but I was honest with you.
Now,
You know, I've
here's
never
what you can do.
lied to you.
If you want to be honest with yourself, when you get off here, man, go read about the other religions, study the other gods, see where all this stuff is based off of, man. You can learn a lot, and it might change your views on your God. You never know, man. You
John,
gotta.
I really enjoyed our conversation for real. But I wish we could speak more and without you all the time, like saying I'm lying or stuff like that.
Well,
And
it's
I want
okay.
to
Well,
end the
how about
conversation.
this, E? I
Oh,
apologize.
if you want to end it,
No,
my
no, no, no.
friend.
How about this? How about this? I apologize for saying that, but I guess let me reword it. It just really does feel like you're lying when you say you haven't heard of any other gods. There's been like 3,000 gods besides Jesus. So what I'm saying is I just find it hard to
Of course, I
believe.
heard for Farm Other God.
Okay, so
Of
would
course,
you?
I heard.
Okay,
But you
name a
said
few. Would you name a few?
like Zeus,
There
for
you
example.
go. Couple more. Two more for me.
I know every Greek god, my friend.
Well, then name two more. It shouldn't be a problem then.
Aphrodite, Hephaestus, Hermes,
There we go.
Poseidon,
Okay.
Apollo.
Now, so you would agree that all these gods were around before your Jesus.
They were, yes, before the time of Jesus, there were these
Yes,
gods,
yeah,
yes, in
and then
Greece.
Dionysus, he was turning water into
Yes.
wine long before Jesus did. So that's what I'm saying. That's where that story came from, right? The water and wine.
Am I,
They got that from Dionysus.
uh,
Now they did that with everything. The flood. You know the Noah's flood.
Deucalion and Pyra.
No, I'm saying, do you know where they got that Noah's flood story from?
From Deucalion and Pyra.
Well, I usually call it the Epic of Gilgamesh.
This was from the Babylonians.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. But when
Yeah.
you read that story about that Epic of Gilgamesh, the flood, what you do realize that's almost 3,000 years before your Jesus character. You don't see the similarities. Like you can't read that and not acknowledge that how similar it is. How that the God whispered into Unapishtim's ear, "Hey, tear down your house, go get a boat, go grab two of every animal," and then there was a flood. And I think even the Babylonian text said it was 6 days and ended on the seventh day or something like that. You can't deny how much similar it was.
Yes, I can't deny that, but what makes it impossible that our God made that for real?
No, no, no. What I'm saying is I would be honest with myself. I would be logical and say, hey, more than likely they just copied this stuff because that's what I'm trying to get to. It's not just the flood. If it was just the flood by itself that they took from older religions and gods, I would meet you halfway. But but you have to admit, brother, I'm hoping you'll admit that they took the crucifixion from older gods. They took the resurrection from older gods. They took
From which
hold on.
god they
The
took the
the
crucifixion?
you've heard of Horus, the Egyptian falcon-headed deity Horus.
Egyptian, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
again, that brother, that's 3000 BCE. Tell me if this don't sound familiar. He was born of a virgin, right? Heralded by a star in the east, followed by three kings, or visited by three kings. Had 12 disciples. He grew up. He taught in temples. At 30, he was baptized by a newt. That might be Krishna, if I got that mixed up. And then he was crucified, resurrected 3 days later, and he healed and healed. It's the exact same identical story of Jesus. And it's 3000 BCE. That's what I'm saying, man. I don't want to play these games where y'all believers see that older story and you just don't acknowledge it. I can't do that, man. I don't have the patience for that. And I don't mean no disrespect, but it's just very
I
hard
believe
to,
you.
huh?
I believe you, but I never, like myself, saw a book like from Krishna or from Horus or whatever you're saying right now.
Right, and
I
you know
never
why?
saw that in a book, you know.
Right. Do you know why there's not like a Hindu book right now that's like published everywhere and is like mainstream? Do you know why? They wasn't doing
Why?
what the Christians was, Christians were dominating the world, trying to take over the world to convert everybody. And when they didn't, oh my goodness, do I need to start explaining like the Crusades to you? The Spanish Inquisition, and there was actually more than one Crusades, right? All this was done in the name of like
The
Christianity, in the name of gods, man.
the Crusades happened because Muslims were attacking pilgrims, you know.
But we can all admit that was in the name of religion. It was in the name of gods.
Yes, yes.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying, man. We need to cut that stuff out. We need to stop. We need to grow up and stop justifying all this violence and hatred. We got to stop justifying it. Just like you did a minute ago. You was literally looking me in my face, brother, saying, God's just for doing that to those babies. Like something's wrong here, man.
My friend, when the
You're a
parents
human
of
being.
those
You should
babies,
say, hey, if there is a God,
you don't let me speak. My friend, when the parents from those babies are raping other races' babies in front of their parents, and God gives them many chances to change their ways, and they don't do that.
This is why I keep
They
cutting you off.
he
This is
eradicated.
why I don't let you talk because you're not hearing me. So I got to keep cutting you off. Answer my question directly. The baby, the infant who can't speak yet, who can't crawl, who's did nothing wrong at all, is innocent, is being thrown in the river. Now, with that being said, I don't want to know why the God said do it. I don't want to know why the mother, I don't know what the mothers did to do this. I'm trying to figure, I'm asking you personally, between me and you, what did the baby do wrong? Please answer that.
The baby did wrong that his lineage from his father is
Do
corrupted.
you see how far you had to reach for that to make sense? You said, and you're not gonna let me post
God
this on
said
you, and
that.
you're not gonna let me post this on YouTube because you know how disturbing this sounds. That's why you won't let me do it, and I
God
won't,
said that
and
in
I
the
won't
Old
do it either because you said
Testament.
I can't, so I won't do it. But that's why that's disturbing,
It's it's because I don't want someone to post my voice
No,
in
you know how
YouTube.
embarrassing this is, brother, and it
It
should be
doesn't matter
embarrassing.
what I say. It doesn't matter what I say.
All right, so since you just keep running around because you won't, I asked you what the child did, and you know what the answer is, The answer is the child did nothing wrong. You know that for a fact, right? Please admit that.
His lineage was
That
corrupted, my
I'm gonna
friend.
try it again because you keep dancing around it. Let's turn the movie Footloose off and stop dancing. What did the child do? You keep saying his lineage, his parents. I'm asking you, what did the child do? Stop dancing around it and answer my question, please. The child
If
did
you take
nothing,
it
did he?
literally,
The child did nothing,
if
right?
you take it,
You
of course, because it's a child,
thank
he
you.
cannot do
Thank you. So
something, yeah?
that's my whole argument. If you want to believe in that God, you go right
Because you
ahead, brother.
mean, because you,
I don't care. I don't
Because you
care
are
why it
saying,
happened. That's what you people are not. It won't. I can't get through that brick wall to y'all's head.
my
I don't. There's
friend,
no justification for an innocent child being harmed. That's what I cannot get across to you. And it's disturbing that you're reversing it and playing mind games like I'm the weird one for not believing in that. You keep saying God's merciful.
my friend,
Wow.
because
And you, but
because
you know
you
what
are
I think's
saying it
hilarious?
literally.
That you
You
know,
take it literally, you know.
yeah.
That's the problem.
You've been caught
Of
red-handed.
course, a child can.
You've been
Of
caught
course, a
red-handed.
child can do nothing wrong. A child.
You've been caught red-handed.
Okay, of course,
You've been caught
a
red-handed.
child cannot kill someone or rape someone. It's a baby. It cannot rape or kill. But his parents did, and his lineage was
No,
corrupted.
you keep doing it. You
That's
keep
why
doing it. I
God
said, what did the kid do? And you
eradicated.
keep going to the parents. That's where your argument collapses. 6 times now. 6 times. I said,
My
what
friend,
did the kid do?
it's not my argument. God said that. God said that.
My man,
in the Old Testament, He says it.
look, you're starting to get under my skin. So if I start going back at you, don't take it personal. You keep saying God
My friend,
said
you
this.
don't let me
How many times have I
explain
said?
you.
How many times have I said, "Stop saying God said this, God did this," and tell me what God is? Explain it to me. You never did that, and you continue to keep running from it. And then you keep going, John.
How can
God
I
did this,
explain
God-
you? I don't understand
That's
myself.
right, because nobody can comprehend what this God is. Be honest with yourself.
Yes, because we are humans and we cannot
Right, so be
explain
honest with
God.
yourself and me, brother. We don't know what this God is. We don't know what it said, if it said anything.
Of course.
But if it did have,
But
if it did have babies thrown in the river, grow up and
say
stop justifying it, man. That's disturbing. That's so disturbing.
Of course, I cannot.
And then you get caught red-handed because you keep going, well, it's his parents that did this and did this wrong. But you know the answer.
Of course,
The kid should not
I cannot explain God. Of course, I cannot explain God because
Okay,
I'm a
then
human.
why'd you call on my live if
That's
you can't
why.
explain God?
But God explains Himself in the Old Testament. He tells us why He
Stop
did
reaching. Stop reaching. You got a puzzle piece that's trying to fit. It doesn't fit. Stop. Now here we go. You gonna start running around again? What about all the Hindu Bibles who said about this about Lord Krishna? You don't care about none of that, right? It's all false, right? What about the Zoroaster? What about the Zoroaster Bibles?
I've never read them. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, man. Stop doing this. There's so many Bibles and religious scriptures out there. You're just dismissing them all. And then you're getting mad when I do it to your one. You're dismissing all of those right now. I'm just dismissing yours at the moment, just for this conversation. I'm dismissing yours. And you're having a hard time with it. You're reaching too hard.
My friend,
I'm being
you're
totally
asking me
honest with you, brother.
something. You're asking me something. I'm trying to tell you, and then you don't like my explanation.
Yeah,
But it's not my explanation at all.
Yeah, because you're justifying when kids get harmed, and then you got caught red-handed trying to justify it by saying, well, it's their parents who did this. You knew what the answer was. You knew it's a plain, hey, that's wrong. Infants shouldn't be punished for nothing. End of story. But you keep continuing and saying, well, God was merciful. He did this. This is why he did this. That is the literal definition, of justifying it. If you want to justify kids being harmed, innocent kids, go for it. But it's not going to happen on my live. So why don't we just try it another time, man? Because I've been on here with you for like 30, 40 minutes, man. I've been very cool with you. Sound good, brother?
So I have a question.
Or
Whatever you like, my friend. I enjoyed the conversation, but you were like,
my guest Melissa's got a question for you before you hop off.
Yeah, you see, Melissa, wait, I want to say something, please. You see, from the first minute I started talking with you, you wanted to send me out, show me the door. It's like you were closed, completely closed. And you don't like what I'm saying, but it's not. You don't like what I'm saying, and if you see the video again, you will see that in the 40 minutes,
you won't be honest.
You will see that in the 40 minutes, you were talking like 35 minutes, and I was talking like 5 minutes. Yes.
And I told you
Melissa,
why I did that, E. Every time I brought kids being harmed, you kept justifying it. So I'm going to cut you off and anybody else every time y'all do that. Every time you say, well, here's why kids are thrown in the river, I'm going to cut you off. It's disgusting.
But you're asking.
No,
I
wasn't.
Why.
I told you before the conversation, I said, I don't want to bring up a Bible verse because you're going to justify it. And you said, oh, please, man, come on, please. I said, no, you're setting a trap on me. And you said, please, come on. And then, look, we've been bumping heads over Bible verses for the past 35 minutes. I predicted that. That's exactly what I said was going to happen. So that's kind of on you, too. I'll take some responsibility on my side, too. But you got to take responsibility, too, because I predicted that was going to happen. And
Okay, brother. Sorry if I offended you anyway.
No, it's okay, brother. And like I said, I apologize, too. But that's what I'm saying. I feel like we're kind of, our blood's boiling a little bit. So maybe we should just try it another time, brother.
Yeah, you want to show me the door from the start. It's your wish. I will respect it.
Well, no, I was going to say, in all fairness, I wanted to show you the door like 30 minutes ago. And I said, all right, let's keep going. And I continued. And that's what I'm saying. To be fair, E, the whole time, all you've been doing is just telling me what your God said. You won't describe it. And then the other thing you're doing is justifying why innocent kids are being thrown in rivers. I don't have the patience for that, E. I'm sorry.
I explain again that it's not my justification. It was God's justification why he did that.
E, if you Google justify, like justification, that means you're justifying it, meaning there's a reason it happened. Not your reason, not his reason, but you're saying there's a reason it happened. What I'm trying to get through to you, and I don't know what else to do. I'm trying to tell you there is no reason when it comes to innocent kids or innocent animals suffering. No reason whatsoever. That means if you ask me, John, why did it happen? I'd go, no reason at all. That's wrong. End of story, period. There is no reason that should have happened. But you're going, yeah, well, God commanded that, though. There's a reason for that. That's the literal definition of justifying it. And that's what you're doing.
John, may I ask you something? When you were a child, did your mother say, do not eat this candy, too much of this candy? Did she tell you that? There is a candy at home?
You're doing it again. This is so irrelevant and embarrassing because I just brought up you justifying your God throwing babies in a river, and you went to me and my mother and candy. So if what you're getting, let's just get straight to the point. If I disobey my mother, she's going to punish me, E. She's not going to throw me in the damn river.
You see, she's going to punish you.
Let me repeat it again since you just ignored me. She's going to punish me, as in time out.
Because she loves you.
She's not going to throw me in the effing river. She's not going to throw my... So, answer the question honestly. Please don't run from it. If I have a son, should my mother punish him for me eating that candy? Yes or no? It's a yes or a no.
What? I don't understand. What do you mean?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Punish you because...
No, if my mom
Punish
says,
you because...
if my mother says don't eat that candy, she keeps telling me not to eat it, and then I eat it. Should she punish my child when my child is born a year from now? When my child is born, should she punish my child for my sin? Yes or no?
I can explain that to you, but you will not like the explanation. And I don't want to make you mad, because I see you are very mad right now. Would you like to hear my explanation without being mad?
Did you, when I asked you why was the kid thrown in a river, did you or did you not say it's because of their parents? Yes or no?
Yes.
Right. So why can't you do that with me?
What? I'm hearing music right now.
No, you're good. So I'm asking you the same thing, and now you're running from it because you know the answer. You don't like it, so now you're running from it. I'm gonna ask you one more time. Those innocent babies were being thrown in the river for their parents' crimes, their parents' sins. So I'm asking you, if my mother's telling me not to eat the candy, she keeps telling me, and I still eat that candy, that's my sin. I sinned. When my son is born 3 years later, should my son be punished for my sin?
If you let me 30 seconds, I can explain to you.
It's a yes or a no. Should he? It's so simple, but you're...
It's not yes or no, my friend. It's not black and white, my friend. It's not black and white.
Why do y'all do this? Why do y'all do this? Why?
Because I must tell you the truth.
I just gave you the infants.
I cannot lie to you.
And you followed it. You didn't have no problem with that story. Now, when I come over here with the exact same story, you want to dance around and not answer it. Let's try this one more time.
I can answer you if you let me 30 seconds.
I'm going to try it one more time, then I'm hanging up. Because it's obvious now that you're just trying to push my buttons. And that's very rude of you to do, too. That's very rude of
I
you.
can answer you if you
No, no, no,
give me
no.
30
So we're going to
seconds,
try it
my
one more
friend.
time, and then I'm going to hang up because I've been very patient with you.
I cannot tell
So here
you
we
yes
go.
or no. I'm sorry.
I asked you, should the infants be slaughtered, thrown in the river for their parents? Why did that happen? You said it was because of their parents' crimes. I said yes or no. You said yes. Now we're going to the exact same situation. Should my kids be punished for my crimes? It's the same thing, E. Now, if you can't answer yes or no, I'll have to let you go. Should my kid, who did nothing wrong at all when he's born, should he be punished for my crimes? Yes or no?
God knows if your kids will do the same.